ब्रह्ममुरारी स्त्रिपुरान्तकारी भानुशशी भूमिसुतो बुधश्च गुरुश्च शुक्रः शनिराहुकेतव कुर्वन्तु सर्वे मम सुप्रभातं ब्रह्ममुरारी त्रिपुरान्तकारी भानुशशी भूमिसुतो बुधश्च गुरुश्च शुक्रः शनिराहुकेतव कुर्वन्तु सर्वे मम सुप्रभातं ब्रह्ममुरारी त्रिपुरान्तकारी भानुशशी भूमिसुतो बुधश्च गुरुश्च शुक्रः शनिराहुकेतव कुर्वन्तु सर्वे मम सुप्रभातम्. Because I can now go faster in this session. I simultaneously take up the birth horoscope, the Navansha and the Dasha. Right? Little better? In the first session, I was slowly building up from one to another, another. 3 steps. Now I will take all the 3 steps simultaneously. Will that be very heavy?
That would be fine.
No, I have to, the majority must tell. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, here, write out degrees like this.
Okay.
Right? Shall I hold it for you?
No, that's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Thanks.
I want to ask, can I understand about this morning lecture from this book?
Pardon?
Can I understand about this lecture from this book?
Which book?
This.
Oh yes. If you master this book, you will understand many things, because I wrote it specially for Americans.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because in America, people don't do calculations.
Yeah.
They depend upon computer or calculator.
Yeah, I see. And I thought it's okay. This morning I couldn't understand. Later I thought about it's okay. I will study from this book.
It's all right.
Okay. Thank you.
You can also, you have bought the book, you can ask Rakesh Sharma and get cassettes from him. Bong Suk attended class and my cassettes are there explaining all this.
Oh, cassette?
Cassettes.
Oh, she has?
You ask Bong Suk, she will contact in New York Rakesh Sharma. So you can play the cassettes, open the book, read it, illustrations. Because now November I had taken a 3 days course on this.
Oh, really?
I wrote out this book for Americans. Yes, that one, this one.
Oh, different. Yeah, here. This. Okay, I'll ask to her. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, well, quickly we ran through it. Do you remember? Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, I've got it somewhere in a box.
Has everyone come? Who? Okay. I'll give you a 5-minute background, and 5 minutes is the time I should provide only for your post-lunch yawning. Okay? Then I'll start seriously. Post-lunch sessions are always difficult. I know from my experience, because you eat and come back, your energy is going downward, not upward. Start. Maya should signal. Right? You noted down? Okay? Others have noted down, or you got the book? Follow. Okay? Okay. Now, this one. What I do is, I tell a story. Then tell you again, tell a story. So it becomes life. Like a grandmother's tale. But I am still teaching astrology, don't forget. That's a new style I adopted. You know, in life when you meet persons and come to know them intimately, you very well know that one man is very meticulous, very thorough, the other man is very careless. But from among your friends, you know. Similarly, when you work in an office, you know among your subordinates who is thorough, who is not thorough. Right? I was working in Bombay in 1966-67, and under me was working a man called Mr. M.R. Subnis, S-A-B-N-I-S. Then he retired. I was transferred to another place, and when my case study started appearing in astrological magazine, it created a sensation. Here is a man who has the courage to write about living personalities and is discussing the cases, live cases. Amitabh Bachchan. I warned him about this accident. It happened like this. So people who were attacking astrology were thrown on the defensive. Now this case I am giving is very significant from one point of view. I will read out here from page 90, last para, M.R. Subnis. I have given his address 1794, Sadashiv Peth, Deshmukhwadi, Pune 411030, wrote. I read your articles in the astrological magazine. After great hesitation, I am writing this letter to know something about the future of my son, who is not still settled in life. I have prepared and am sending herewith the following horoscopes prepared by me. He has now completed his degree course in USA and his final exam is taking place this month. And the result will be out in the first week of February 1984. His future in USA depends on the final results. Within bracket, this letter was written in December 1983. On December 7, 1983, I wrote to Mr. Subnis that the Ainan Shah 231023, your question, given by him being the nearest to the one I use, I would make use of it. I predicted brilliant results for his son. Mr. Subnis wrote to me on January 30, 1984, the following letter. As predicted by you, he got very good results in this exam. He secured 92% marks, 100% in 2 subjects and 87% in 3 subjects. This is a combined examination for the northeastern region. Now his worry about settling in USA is completely over. Such a grand success was least expected. Now the father worked under me and he used to be very, very precise and thorough. If for instance, I go back from here and someone sends me a horoscope, someone now, I have come to know now so many Americans, they will understand that Mr. Rao does not like inaccurate birth time. This man is totally allergic. Why? I go into finer details. So I want to work more, go into finer details. Now M.R. Subnis is a Chit Pavan Brahmin of Maharashtra. Now Chit Pavan Brahmins of Maharashtra are highly astrology conscious people. In many of the traditional families of India, when a child is to be born, 2 ladies are asked to be inside the maternity ward with the watches and they note down the time, precise to the second. M.R. Subnis belongs to one such family. I don't know whether he is alive now. But in 1983, he was very much worried because his son in USA had failed in the exam 4 or 5 times. And he wrote to me, he said, if my son now doesn't pass the exam, he is doomed, he will have to come back to India and that will be the end of everything. I am very much worried. I took up the horoscope as it was, which he sent to me. I said, it is M.R. Subnis you have sent to me. I will not doubt. Very precise, a very thorough man. And a Chitpavan Brahmin. So the birth time must have been noted down very correctly. I am stressing 2 things. Number 1, precise noting down of the birth time. If it is not there, then lot of time is spent on rectification. It should be rectified. Right? 1. 2, correct casting. And I use Lahiri Ainansha. So if precise birth time is there, correctly cast horoscope is there, I can go into some details and take the risk of predicting something much deeper. In this case, straight away I looked at it as it is from M.R. Subnis. Everything should be alright, the birth time should be alright, the casting should be alright. And straight away I wrote to him. Looked at it, I wrote to him, no, your son is going to have brilliant results. And he had brilliant results. So one question I am concentrating on. Right? The father is worried, the son was failing, preparing for an important examination. I am taking up simultaneously with you 3 things now. In the morning session, I was gradually preparing you for a heavy dose. Now I am coming to that heavy dose, so I am taking up the birth horoscope, the Navansha and the Dasha. Right? Now the data passed by Mr. Subnis was September 28, 1950 at 2:12 p.m. Pune. Now go deeper. Maharshi Parashar has prescribed Chaturvinshansha, 24th division for education. I don't make use of it, even in one case out of 1000. Because I am not very sure that the birth time you are giving me is correct. So I make a rough division. But 24th is super fine division. But I will show you here how I proceeded. The birth horoscope. In the birth horoscope, Jupiter is in the balance of Ketu Dasha, you see at the bottom. Balance of Ketu Dasha, 3 years, 9 months, 17 days. Right? When the father asked me this question, why don't you sit next to someone and see the book? You can share it. Is there any book left there? No. I am sorry, I didn't know. I didn't have enough copies. The moment I came here, I told these people, there would be a crisis, what will I do? Because in that course which I was teaching earlier, most of the books were gone. Anyway. At the time when you are asking me a question, the Mahadasha and the Antardasha are running. Okay. The Mahadasha and the Antardasha running are showing what is likely to happen. So when Mr. Subnis wrote to me, his son was passing through the Mahadasha of the moon and the Antardasha of Jupiter. Right? Now I look at the horoscope. In the birth horoscope, moon is in the 5th house. right? That is the house of education. Jupiter is in the third house. One of the secret techniques of interpreting Mahadasha is put your finger on the Mahadasha Lord, as though your ascendant has undergone a change. So therefore you put your finger on the moon. The Mahadasha running is Moon, Jupiter. Put your finger on the moon. Which means, well, or you draw another chart. You draw another chart, Chandra Kundali. Not Chandra Kundali, but take the moon in the center and do it. With moon as the ascendant. Now draw a chart. Anyone here who has not understood? From the moon, which is the Mahadasha running, the fifth house has two benefics, Jupiter and Mercury and Venus, and are receiving the seventh aspect of Jupiter. So three benefics now. Right? Clear? So I said, why, how can this boy fail in this dasha? And Sabnisa sent me the horoscope. I worked further. 1983 to 13th January 1984, he would be running Moon, Jupiter, Mercury. Now I take up the three levels. Major period, sub-period, sub-sub-period. We call it Mahadasha, Antardasha and Pratyantardasha. One general principle in the interpretation of Vinchottari Dasha which you should apply is the Dasha of the Lord of the Lagna. Principle number 1, note down. The Dasha of the Lord of the Lagna. 2. The Dasha of the 10th Lord. The Dasha of the 10th Lord. And the Dasha of an exalted planet. These three will be mostly favorable. A general principle I am telling you. Will be mostly favorable. Okay?
By exaltation, do you mean the specific exaltation will decrease?
No, you don't bother. Somewhere near. That is a strong planet.
Like if it's in its own house, Swakshetra or something.
Swakshetra is good, but exaltation is better. Okay. So here I see the boy's horoscope. From the moon, from the Lagna, moon is in the 5th house. From the moon, you have Mercury, Venus in the 5th house aspected by Jupiter. And the period he will be having now will be the moon Mahadasha, Jupiter Antardasha, Mercury Pratyantar Dasha. Okay?
What was the last one?
Mercury. Mercury Pratyantar Dasha. Subset. So Moon Mahadasha, Jupiter Antardasha, Mercury Pratyantar Dasha. All the three in a row. Helping education. Now come back to the Lagna. From the Lagna, Lord. So in the Mercury sub period, there is a chance of the boy achieving something, and the sub period lasts only from 5th November 1983 to January 13, 1984. Within these 2 months, if the boy is appearing for an examination, he will do well. Clear? But then I will not take this risk in all cases. If she asked me, so I said, well, let me see how much correction is there in your birth time for that time when she had an accident. Mars Ketu or Mars Venus. Mars Venus, did you go abroad? She said, yes, we went to Europe. We said that. Like that, you can keep on correcting a horoscope. The Dasha frame is brilliant. So Mercury, Moon, Jupiter, Mercury. Mercury is the 10th lord from the Lagna. Right? Mercury is also the 11th, Venus is the 11th lord from the Lagna. Eleventh is the house of fulfillment, house of gains. Fulfillment, gains. Aspected by Jupiter. So the quality improves. From the moon, Jupiter is in the 11th house. Right? From the Lagna, the 10th lord Mercury is with the 11th lord. You are understanding? From the Lagna, the 10th lord is Mercury, with the 11th lord Venus, aspected by Jupiter. 3 benefics in a row, and in which house? In the 9th house. 9th house is the house of luck. 10th house is the house of profession. So the boy's luck will now favor him to settle down in a profession. He will pass the exam and settle down. The father was very much worried. I will not take the risk of going into such details in any horoscope easily. Because how do I know that your birth time has been noted down correctly? Your birth time is what the nurse told you or what the lady doctor told you, your parents, right?
Sometimes
No.
maybe they round the time.
Yes, then they round off the time. You may have been born at 1:42. Nurse will say, well, 2 o'clock. 18 minutes error. In India, wherever we have this tradition of ladies standing inside with watches, precise button, there we can give very brilliant predictions.
And it's birth time when they take their first breath or when they come out?
No, generally when they cut umbilical cord, we take that. Okay, then I analyzed. Well, the birth horoscope is very promising. From the Lagna, the 10th and the 11th lord together in the 9th house of luck. Okay? From the moon, The fifth house is becoming beautiful. And the Antardasha Lord is in the 11th house. Right? Then I said, let me see the condition of the Navansha. The picture given in the birth horoscope can be totally defeated in the Navansha, can be uplifted in the Navansha, can be supported in the Navansha, can be distorted in the Navansha, can be mutilated in the Navansha, right? Therefore, see the Navansha. In the Navansha, you find it is Vargottam Navansha. What is the meaning of Vargottama? What is the meaning of Vargottama? Anyone who doesn't understand? Yes. Vargottama means if what is there in the birth horoscope does not change in the Navansha, remains in the same place. Okay? Clear to you, everyone? What is the birth Lagna? Lagna is the same, Navansha Lagna is the same. So Vargottama means, Varga means division, Uttama means good. So when it becomes Vargottama, it becomes strong. You are generally we take it. A Vargottama planet, Vargottama Lagna gives you strength. When they are debilitated, you will have to make some allowance for debilitation, that's all. Otherwise, it's okay. So, Lagna is Vargottama. In the Navansha, how much time does it take on one side? 45 minutes. In the Navansha, please see the moon. What is the condition of the moon?
Exalted.
What is the condition? Well, it is drawn for you here. This is the Navansha.
On the left.
No, very. Then I think you are drawn wrongly or what?
No, that's right. It's right. It's just on the wrong side. It's on the left.
Which one?
Yes.
No, that's the cross. That's the cross.
This one. Ah.
Yes.
That is the Navansha.
Yes.
You must write Navansha or D9. Okay? This one, isn't it? This.
Yeah. Yes.
D9. D9 means 9th division. Navansha is the 9th division of a horoscope. Well then, in Navansha the moon has improved. You are seeing that?
Yes.
And in the Navansha, Jupiter is in the 7th house from the moon. In the morning, I told you about Gaja Kesari Yoga. You remember? So in the Navansha, moon and Jupiter are in Kendras. In the Navansha, again Mercury is the 10th lord. Okay? Right? Clear? If you count it? Clear or not clear? And in the Navansha, this is happening in the 6th and the 12th house. The 12th house is the foreign country. This morning I told you when she was discussing 10th and the 12th Lord. You remember? In the 7th house, so education in a foreign country, job in a foreign country, choice of a marriage also in a foreign country. Right? Now here you find, in the Navansha it is 6-12. Axis, that is the word I use. AXIS. So please concentrate on 6-12 axis in the Navansha. Has it improved? In the 6th you have exalted moon. In the 12th you have Jupiter and Mercury is again the 10th lord of the Navansha Lagna. So the moment I looked at it, I said, well, I don't know why he's worried. And if the examination is falling in this period, when it is moon, Jupiter, Mercury, how can you do badly? Pardon? Pardon?
He's in a foreign country taking.
Yes, in a foreign country. So in the 12th house. So in a foreign country, how can this boy do badly if the examination is in December? Right, it is falling in the most favorable period. And I can work on this because this man who is very thorough comes from a background where the birth time is noted very correctly. In this case, I can take the risk of going deep. I will not take this risk of going deep in all cases.
May I make a little detour? Because in the interpretations here, do you have a tendency to consider the houses that the planets are positive in? Because, for example, if Guru is in the 12th house, it's in a Dustan. And
Oh
do we
God.
according to you,
Who taught you astrology? Let me know first.
well, I learned Maharshi Jyotish 6 years ago.
Now change all those ideas of Dusthana.
It doesn't mean
It's all right.
I'm incorrect.
No, yesterday I told you classical astrology C. If you do that very rigidly, your astrology will be destroyed. So therefore, modernize. Dusthana is the word used 5,000 years ago when it was there. When you have come to a foreign country, she has come to a foreign country, she has come to a foreign country, he has come to a foreign country, she has come to a foreign country, you say they are in Dusthana, they are in a bad place. Understand the modern meaning. So therefore the modern meaning is just don't put any label. Times have changed. No, it is giving him. That is why I said it is difficult for people to overcome that mental fixation. The 6th, 8th and 12th houses are bad houses.
Or they decrease the benefic influence.
They do not. You have to judge a horoscope in totality. So that is where in India also they will frighten you. It's a normal thing. They are teaching you correctly. But they have got bogged down to that one term, Dusthana.
I'm bogged down.
You are not, your teachers. And they do not.
They're not bogged down. It's me who's focusing on one thing. Because they teach the totality, but I'm just concentrating. Because what I see is that, for example, the moon, which represents, for example, one of the things, the mind, feelings, manas, is in the 6th house, which would be a lot of mental anxiety. So
Now, before this, I told you, I gave you a principle, the Lagna Lord, the 10th Lord and exalted planet.
So that's an exaltation.
And the 6th house these days is the house of competition. You understand? It's a competition. An examination is a competition.
Not disease.
Huh?
Not disease.
Pardon?
Not disease.
Not?
Disease. Sickness. Illness.
Yes, when it is a time of illness, it is illness, okay. But 6th house is the house of competition also, modern meaning. So here what do I find? It has improved in the Navansha. And it is happening in 6 and 12 axis. I am here before you in USA talking in the dasha of my Mercury in my 12th house. Mine is Libra ascendant. 12th is Mercury. It is in a Dusthana and Lord of Dusthana.
It's in its own house. Since it's
It doesn't matter. First is interpretation. So therefore come always to modern meanings. 12th house is taking you to foreign countries.
so it means you speak in foreign countries.
Pardon? Yes?
Basically. If it's in its own house or exaltation, the bad effects of the graha and the baba will be alleviated. But so you not think that there will be
There are lot of exceptions in the case of a debilitated planet also when they give extraordinarily good results. Need not be Nichibhanga, even then they will give you. So don't go by that. That is all right. Learn those principles. Expand them. Right? Then only astrology will develop. So I find in the Navansha, it is improving and improving along the foreign line. 612. Okay? Now you draw another chart. Just draw the outline, I will dictate. Those of you who do not have the book, you draw the line. At page 92, at the bottom, I have given the horoscope. You can copy this down. You can copy down with. At the bottom, last one, Chaturvinshansha. You can dictate to her, she will note down.
chapter.
You mentioned that you know somebody in New York, a rishi, who can, in a flash, see the rectification of charts. How can we get in touch with?
Well, Rakesh Sharma will be meeting him today because he is not on phone available at the moment.
Oh,
Rahu Ketu are in the same house.
Yes, in the Chaturvinshansha, Rahu, Ketu are put in the same house. You see, to make a Chaturvinshansha is to take the stupidest possible risk. What a fine subdivision it is. But in this case, I said I will take this risk. Because it is coming from a man who has been very thorough in his life, very meticulous, and coming from the background of a man in whose house birth time is noted down very correctly. Don't do it in all cases. But I am giving an instance what accuracy of birth time can mean in giving a prediction like this. In the Vinshansha, what do you find? What is the position of Moon and Jupiter? right? And Jupiter is the 10th lord of the Chaturvinshansha, right?
The yoga.
And the Gajikesari Yoga. I said, now, if this Chaturvinshansha is alright, why cannot the boy do brilliantly right now? You see the confidence with which I can now speak? But my confidence depends upon your confidence. You say, Mr. Rao, I am giving you accurate birth time. You can take risk. I am not any man with supernormal powers. I am a very ordinary man. But I work on very accurate horoscopes. So I said, let me see. This is subnist. So I said, no, nothing doing. Your son is going to do brilliantly well. 2 times, 3 times he failed. I don't bother. You understand the point now? I am interpreting what? The Mahadasha and Antardasha. So don't bring in transits in the first instance as you people do here. Don't do that. Mahadasha system is irreplaceable in the world. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I don't know how those rishis conceived of it. Super science, why I call astrology super science? Everyone say this man is mad. I said, you come, I will prove it to you. I am the only one in the world who has given case studies. No one else has given that. Case study of a prediction. I give you a prediction. What did I do? I saw Saturn-Mars opposition in her horoscope. Like a typical astrologer of India, I could have said, look here, there is a terrible situation of a car accident, this, that, and she would have been frightened right in the beginning. But I see no side danger. But I see the danger. But I don't see any danger. So she said, well, something happened. What happened? Car slipped. And there was an accident. So don't magnify anything. Concentrate on the positive side of your horoscope and lift the hopes of the people. That is the purpose of astrology. Then please now note down the Dashamansha given above Chaturvinshansha. You can note down from here and give it to me.
What does the dasha show?
Dashamansha is the 1/10th division.
And what does it indicate?
Achievements. Career achievements. Now the technique in Vedic astrology is examine in depth the birth horoscope I have taken, the Navansha I have taken, the Dashamansha I have taken, the Chaturvinshansha I have taken. Then the Mahadasha I have taken, the Antardasha I have taken, the Pratyanta Dasha I have taken. 3 levels of Dasha and 4 divisional horoscopes. 4 into 3, how much? 12. I am making a 12-fold analysis to give one. Do you see the brilliance of this technique? Making a 12-fold analysis only to tell one thing. Well, your son is going to do extraordinarily well in education. Dashamansha, career. Education is Chaturvinshansha. But I don't make use of Chaturvinshansha in all cases. and don't do that yourself. Because the birth time noted will be all gone. The Chaturvinsansha will go wrong. In some cases, if it is off by half a minute also, it can affect you. So I will not take the risk unless 100% I am sure. This man must have noted down the birth time correctly. It is the tradition of that family. Chitpavan Brahmin of Maharashtra. 2 ladies will be standing inside the maternity room and they will note down. They will not be mistake of a second in noting down. So he cast the horoscope, a very thorough man. Manually he will cast the whole thing, sent to me. A thorough man sending the horoscope of his son on the basis of a absolutely correctly recorded birth time. So I said, okay. Now I am reading out. Page 93. The 10th Lord beautifully placed from the moon. In the birth horoscope, first of all, you see who is the 10th Lord of the birth horoscope? Mercury. From Mercury is in the 5th house on the moon. Right? It is beautifully placed. The result of Mercury in Leo aspected by Jupiter is distinction and prosperity. That is italicized. And then Mercury being associated with Venus, also aspected by Jupiter, must take part in the results promised by Venus. They are, among others, great fame. Jupiter in Aquarius aspected by Venus gives distinction in studies. This is given in some other classical text. You don't have them in English. Classical text.
What you said about the combination.
Jupiter in Aquarius aspected by Venus. So I said, how can he not achieve very good results now? I can't accept it. So I wrote to the father, you are unnecessarily worried. Your son is going to achieve something great now. And this is now classical astrology. See, you are asking me. Now don't go by Dusthana, this, that, etc. These are the finer points. This is classical astrology. This is classical astrology at its. Once you know that Vishwas Madhav Sabni should appear for his exam in Moon, Jupiter, Mercury, you know what to expect. I could have worked out Sukshma. That is the 4th level. Even miscalculated. But the prediction with the indicated time frame would not go wrong. I am pointing it out as an example of God's scheme, the rotation of the wheel of time. It is a very favorite theme of mine. Wheel of time. Every book of mine, 2 books of mine carry this. They say, why do you every time talk about wheel of time? I said, time is Lord. Kala. This time has come, therefore this happens. Navansha. The moon, Jupiter, Mercury form an axis along the foreign line for Gajakesari fame. I told you this morning what is Gajakesari Yoga. So in a foreign country, this boy is going to achieve reputation, fame. The boys in USA appearing for an examination where is a combined examination for 14 universities. Dashamansha. Mercury in the 8th reinforces promise of distinction. Except in one divisional horoscope, Mercury in the 8th seems to do wonders. That is one exception. Mercury in the 8th house gives very good results. Anywhere. So in Dashamansha, I find Mercury is in the 8th house. In the Dashamansha, I find Jupiter in the 10th house from the moon again. Clear? Yes or no? बोलिए, हिंदी आती कि नहीं आती? हिंदी बोल लेती हो? Jupiter in the 10th from the moon, in the Dashamansha. In the Navansha, Jupiter in the 7th from the moon. In the birth horoscope, Jupiter in the 11th from the moon. In Chaturvinshansha, Jupiter, moon together in the 7th house. So moon, Jupiter, moon, Jupiter, moon, Jupiter. I said, what is this? How can you say this boy is going to fail? So I worked up to sub period, Mercury, nothing doing. Immediately I wrote to the father. And 100% marks in 2 papers and 87% marks in 3 papers. Is that not a big achievement? And he actually topped in the combined results of 14 universities in USA. Earlier he was failing. The father was worried. He wrote to me. And he wrote to me at a time when the boy had run into the best period. That is where, ladies and gentlemen, comes in the luck of an astrologer. The luck of an astrologer. When I am lucky, people ask me very critical questions at a critical time and I give them a prediction. When the prediction clicks, he says, my God, from out of the blue the whole thing came and Mr. Rao had predicted. And in USA, in some places when I talk about it, they say Mr. Rao is a psychic. I get annoyed. I get terribly annoyed. I say, you are insulting me. You say Rao is a scientist. A scientist who has the courage to show you step by step how he is arriving at a prediction. You don't know astrology, so therefore you have put a label. K.N. Rao is a psychic from India. No, I am not. I am showing you the reason. Are you convinced now? I will go ahead. Chaturvinshansha. Moon, Jupiter in the house of position. 7th house is also the house of position. Not only marriage, but also position. When you have attain a high position during that period, 7th house is marriage, 7th house is business, 7th house is foreign country, 7th house is journey, 7th house is position also. Okay. And Mercury in the house of gains with exalted sun promises sweet fruits of labor. House of gains is the 11th house. Right? In Chaturvinshansha, Mercury is in the 11th house with exalted sun. The 3rd house, you know what is the 3rd house? 3rd house is the efforts you make, the labor you put in. So in Chaturvinshansha, I find the 3rd Lord exalted in the 11th house with Mercury. And the sub period is the period of Mercury. So the fruits of his labors will be very, very sweet now during this period. I am taking the risk of going into Chaturvinshansha. I am taking the risk of going into the 3rd level of Vinshottari Dasha. I am giving reasons A, B, C, D, E. This was a new style of writing I started. Like a scientific paper now you see. Do you agree with me or disagree with me? Right? Not round. Most of the people write. You know jalebi? Jalebi you must be knowing. What type of sweet? No. Jalebi is of this shape. Very tasty, very sweet, very juicy. Now, where does it begin and where does it end? Jalebi. No one knows. Jalebi is like God. God has no beginning, no end. So some people write astrology and like a jalebi style. I say you give reason 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and explain. And put it to debate. Go wrong. Let your prediction go wrong. But your method must be sound. You understand my point? Predictions will go wrong, but time is wrong, or sometimes my judgment is wrong, but method should never be wrong. So follow this method. Finally, the sub period he was running was Mercury, Jupiter, Moon, Jupiter, Mercury. Okay? Moon, Jupiter, Mercury. So I am concentrating on Mercury now. In the birth horoscope, Mercury is the 10th lord. Right? In the Navansha, Mercury is the 10th lord. In the Dashamansha, Mercury is the 10th lord. Then see that Mercury is the 10th lord thrice. Moon, Jupiter, Mercury. I am now 100% confident. If my prediction now goes wrong, the birth data alone has to be wrong. I will not be wrong. If your birth data is correct, if your casting is correct, my prediction will be 100% correct now. I am so clear now in my mind.
Does the fact that Rahu and Ketu are in the 5th house in the Chatra and Shamsa, is that some indication as to why he had troubles during other periods?
Yes.
But that when he came into the special Mercury time,
Very good.
that good,
Very good.
that
Very
good
good.
dasa,
Yes, very good. Very
he was
good.
able to excel.
Reinterpreted from Pad Lagna, Moon, Jupiter, Mercury are 111.5. I will not go into it. It is Gemini astrology. So I will not go into this. I go to the next paragraph, which I taught there at Pennsylvania before coming. Totally different. That book will come, you can get it. I don't have any books. All the books were, I brought only some books from India. Here also when I was coming, I was afraid. Because I told Rakesh Sharma, I don't have any books, what will I do? So he said, anyway, whatever you have, you take. So I'm sorry, I don't have enough books for you people here. And I can't part with my copy because I will have to make use of it at different places for classroom studies. In course of time, the books will come, they will collect it. So now, apply transits. Now at this stage, I come to transits. I told you, after your post yawning period is, I'll take up the heavier dose, right? After lunch, there is a yawning time, 5-10 minutes. So I made you write this, that, etc. Your yawning is over totally now. Because post lunch sessions are always difficult. Very difficult. They come, they sit. So you don't know whether it is going down into the head or not, or I am wasting my breath. So now I am giving you a very heavy one. I have taken the birth horoscope 1. I have taken the Navansha 2. I have taken the Dashamansha 3. I have taken the Chaturvinshansha 4. I have taken up the Mahadasha. I have taken up the Antadasha. I have taken up the Pratyanta Dasha. 4 into 3, 12 analyses I have made for one prediction. Now, after making this, I now come to transits. Right? It is now that transits will come and clinch. No transit can give you what your birth horoscope is not promising. Right? Transits will come and go. A transit is nothing more than you are seeing a car passing on the road, nothing more than this. So it goes away. Transit is nothing more than that. But this transit is going to be useful or not. One planet which favors education is Jupiter. You know that? Now apply Jupiter will be the ninth from the natal moon. When the boy is going to appear for the examination, Jupiter will be the ninth from the natal moon means what? Oh God. Jupiter will be the ninth from the natal moon. Where is moon here in the birth horoscope? Aries. Now count the ninth house from Aries. Pardon? Correct. Correct. Sagittarius. That's the correct answer. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Transit of Jupiter in the ninth house from the moon is a period of good luck. Pennsylvania, first 2 days I taught Gochara, transits. Last 3 days I taught Gemini astrology. 8 hours of teaching, 3 hours of discussion. It went on very well there. And all this Penny and others, all these people who are advanced students, who have been attending my classes in America since 93 November. So it was very easy. See, once you get used to me, used to get to my style, next time when I teach, Mr. Rao will immediately skip over from one to another. See this in the birth horoscope, see that in the Navansha, come back to Dashamansha, go to Chaturvinshansha, see that Dasha, see this transit. So you will not feel that I am crowding your mind. You understand here is a system, here is a method. Right? You appreciate it. So once you understand, you say, oh, okay, now we have got used to the style of Mr. Rao. He will make you run here, there, but show you the result every time. So Jupiter is beautifully transiting into the ninth house from the moon.
Jupiter at that time.
At that time, right? Yes.
And if Jupiter was in Scorpio, for instance.
There will be struggle. But transit I give only 5-10 points, not more. Pardon? Pardon?
Out of 100 points.
Are they?
Out of 100 points.
No, but if you have Ashtak Varga, then the 8th house is strong. Jupiter may give you very good results also, but that is a different system of interpreting transits, which I taught there. Ashtak Varga transits are totally different. In the advanced class I will be taking up, I will take up the horoscopes of tumbling royalties. King Farooq, Nizam of Hyderabad, Duke of Windsor. You heard of Duke of Windsor? You heard about him? No. Huh?
Just heard the name.
Duke of Windsor in 1936 became the King of England when his father, King George V, died, but fell in love with and English Parliament would not allow, he had to step down. His son, his younger brother, King George, his younger brother became the king, King George VI. What is destiny and what is luck? After this, I'll give you 2 horoscopes. I will dictate, but continue. It doesn't matter. I will dictate them to you. Whether I have the book here or not, mentally I remember something, I will dictate. Now go ahead. Jupiter will be 9th from the natal moon from December 22, 1983. And the sun ready in Sagittarius will be in the 10th from the moon. When the sun goes into the 10th house from your moon and Jupiter is in the 9th house from your moon, what better do you want? Sun in the 10th house from the moon, time for distinction. Jupiter in the 9th house from the moon, time from the luck to manifest. So the dasha is good, the antardasha is good, the pratyanta dasha is good in the birth horoscope, in the navansha, in the dashamansha, in the chaturthansha, and Jupiter is favorable in transit, Sun is favorable in transit. On January 13, 1984, Jupiter and Mercury were in Sagittarius and Moon in Aries. The three concerned dasha lords in friendliest transit moods. In transit also, all the three dasha lords are beautiful. On the day the result came out, unexpectedly, the father said, unexpectedly it happened. But I wrote to him, your son is going to have great. For me, it is not unexpected. Right? For Sagittarius Lagna, Sun, Mercury and Jupiter in Lagna, in transit promise a Raj Yoga. What is the meaning of a Raj Yoga? Raj Yoga means, pardon? Royal kingly. What is the meaning of royal kingly in modern times? Position, good position, right? So I examine it from all point of view, and a desperate father who thinks everything was wrong for his son says everything has now changed. But what is the basis of the prediction? Have you seen this step by step? Now please note down a horoscope. In the remaining 30-40 minutes, I will only show you the finer principles of astrology. When you see a horoscope, how quickly certain things appear. A separate one. Draw a separate horoscope. Draw. Only the form I will dictate.